Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another haunted house review. Haunted houses from Six Flags Great America. And this episode is going to be about 13th Order. If you are not familiar with how I'm going to talk about the house and the criteria, it consists of theming, things I like, things I did not like, standout scares, unique scares, my experience, and then an overall rating of the house. Alright, so starting with the theming, now I can only tell you what I infer, which is, it's like, starts off sort of normal. I mean, not really, because there's blood and gore and all that kind of stuff in the first room. But it starts off semi-normal, and then like a group or a cult gets implemented into it. And like there's people that join the cult and all that. That's only what I infer. But there is more to experience in the house itself. That's just like the basics that I can tell you. Things I liked about the house. The use of strobe lights for sure. Because I think when strobe lights are used in the house, it's a good effect. And not overused at all or not underused. Something like that. Another thing I like are the rooms that had like multiple people or mannequins. Something in that nature. Because it builds suspense and like, is there someone there? Is there someone not there? And sometimes it gives you a good scare. Sometimes maybe one of the actors is on break and there's no one in the room. So you build all that suspense for nothing, and then you get into the next room, and then you get scared because you're not expecting anything. Things I did not like. I don't think there really is anything I didn't like in this house, because all of it is... I mean, nothing's bad, in my opinion. Nothing's bad. Well, maybe the porta potty room, because there's a room where like you walk through what they call porta potty, and there's like 2 holes on one side, 2 holes on the other side, and like what I think would be feces around the room and everything, and blood. I mean, characters do pop up from them, which is kind of scary, because if you're on a toilet, you don't want something that's going to kill you to pop out. So I guess that's kind of terrifying. If you are really affected by things like that, then, you know, that might leave you scarred for a little bit. Standout scares. I definitely have to say when there's rooms with like people, like a whole bunch of mannequins in black robes or something, and there's like one of them that's real and they just jump out at you. Like I said earlier in the video, it builds suspense, and then when there is actually someone there and they scare you, you don't expect it. Well, you sort of expect it, but you don't, and that's kind of terrifying. Or let's say like you go through one of the rooms and someone's in there and scares you. And then they have like access to the next room, and then they're just staring at you the whole time. That's unsettling. Or if you don't see them coming and they just jump behind you with the little gloves that click or clack, something like that. You know what I'm talking about if you know, but it's hard to explain. Like if you don't see them and they're right behind you, just do that in your ear. That could give you a little startle. Unique scares, as in like unique to the house. I'm not quite sure. I'd definitely say maybe one of the girls on the floor that are like in a creepy pose. Like it's hard to explain. I think that's definitely a unique scare that you don't see in other houses, because the other houses are fairly just typical scares and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a unique scare. My experience. Oh, okay, so when I first went through the house, like I had no idea what was coming. I mean, it is a new house, but previously I have not gone through any haunted houses ever before. So my experience was like, it was scary, and then you don't know what's coming next, so it was also scary, and it's just, you don't know what's coming next. That's really my experience. Otherwise, since I've been through the house, like I know that's a scare, I can call it. But it's always fun taking new people to Six Flags and getting them to the haunted houses and getting them in 13th Order, because 13th Order is definitely my favorite haunted house, I have to say. And I just like going through it all the time. Like I go to Six Flags with my mom, see the Ringmaster's Cabaret. When I'm done with the 645 Ringmaster's Cabaret, I'm like, alright mom, let's go to 13th Order. And then any other houses on the way there. So I definitely really like this one. Rating the house. I'd definitely go for a 9 out of 10. That's the highest rating we give out of all the houses because, like I said previously, This is my favorite house. 13th Order, I love it. And I'm always going to go through it when I go there, unless something happens and I just can't make it. Anyway, thank you for watching this haunted house review. Be sure to check in on my channel to see other haunted house reviews, such as Manslaughter Manor, Infested, Infestation, and Gates of Hell. Oh, and the video I recorded previously, Big Top Terror. Other than that, this is Skyxx148, aka Michael. Roll the outro.
Skyxx148 on the YouTube.
Like, comment, and subscribe.